Um, Welcome back from your catch-up week and spring break and completing your literacy lesson plan. I hope everyone is doing well. This is a time of the semester when it can start to feel pretty overwhelming, the hump. uh, and so I just want to acknowledge that and say, you know, just breathe, pause when you have to. The work you're doing is really good, and I'm hoping that the feedback I'm giving you is helpful. And I'm grateful to you for taking care of your observations during the sessions and all that's required by the college, so that I can make sure I'm doing right by you. So thank you for that, and I appreciate your submissions and thoughtful reflections. So this week and next week are connected to math in early childhood. And again, I just want to say and remind us all that separating these things out in early childhood is really, we do it, but in a child's mind, a young child, or even older students actually, and we as adults, all of this is integrated in the brain and isn't really separated. So I just want to say that, but for the sake of checking skills as we go later on in life, we do separate things out as math skills. And part of math is what we would call visual spatial skills and patterning and geometry, that sort of thing. So I've started with that because really in early childhood, the brain is establishing patterns, and we are all pattern driven. The brain is a pattern seeker. The brain does not want to do things in new ways. It wants to do things the way they've always been done. That's why it's so hard to stop eating certain foods, maybe. So if you think of it that way, you can think about early childhood as the time when those abilities to make patterns in the brain are beginning. So it's a perfect time to just let children, experience the wonders of the world and not try to work so hard to identify what shape is what or name things. This is a time when children are looking at the natural world, hopefully, to just notice what's there. So I have given you some things that I used for many, many, many years and have trained many, many teachers to use in early childhood that have a wonderful books and studies associated with them and really simple activities that you can do. So please be sure to go through the Math and Science PowerPoint. There's some activities to do in there, and you have a document right down here, Math PowerPoint Part 1. You'll do Part 2 next week with a separate document. So if you can do that this week and submit that, I don't think it will take you very long. Then you have the link to the PowerPoint, and you have a link to Patterns and Shapes, a document about that. Your reading reflections. So not a document about patterns and shapes, sorry. You'll submit your reading reflections based on my directions in here, and I'm really just having you watch some short videos. And then the NAEYC Shapes in Preschool article is really good. And you have nature being a geometry playground. These are quick little things, but I hope will inspire you to think about ways you can bring patterning and shapes into early childhood with a sense of wonder.